The football world has descended upon New Orleans, and Super Bowl 59 is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So here come the Cowboys. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State fourth-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
It's a 21-yard gain, and it'll be first down, Dallas. First down, here's Dak. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Prescott here from the gun. This throw is caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to hone him down near the line. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Dowdle. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Gay's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation.
By a man, and now he's in the clear. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
On the move, headed right. Smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Running left, this is Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front. And they fired off the line knowing the run was coming. And boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
He'll get this one to Brown. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss. Pushing the pace right away to start the game. Buys time, rolling right. Toward the side.
A lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Gonna go with Barkley on the counter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense working quickly. Barkley runs it in for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Saquon Barkley the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
So following a missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Dak to throw. Makes the catch and gets the feet in. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here's a give up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Another carry for it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. Dak now from the gun. Cut Lamb, and it's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Throw complete to Lamb. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. That's the end of one here in Super Bowl 59. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll return to New Orleans right after this. Welcome back. The team is set, so let's get back to it. Second quarter of Super Bowl 59 from New Orleans. They're hoping to... And in for the Dallas touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys take a 4-point lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the pistol, Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
He's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Hurts looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Running right, it's Barkley. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Hurts running the offense at max speed here. You're going for this. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
And hold, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Eagles get the football on the 1st turnover of the contest.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
Handoff headed right, Barkley. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. It was Osa Odigizua in on the tackle. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Has a man, it's Brown. And he gets in, touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
They're kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing again is Dak. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Not on the same page with his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Off the play fake, it's Prescott. That throw finds Pickens. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
That's caught. Here's Deuce Vaughn. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he takes this down close, up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal. Prescott will look to throw. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. To throw, Prescott. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Gay's kick is good. And it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On 1st down, Hurts. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
2nd down. Hurts throwing again. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he drives it close to the red zone before going out. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning here in the 1st half. It's the Eagles looking at 1st and 10. They Go with Barkley here. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Hurts. Coming in the goal line. And that's going to move the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Partner, I'm not sure I understand the strategy here. It looks like they're lining up for a field goal. This is a chip shot from the left hash. It's no good. An unexpected miss there, Brock, as he puts it left. And this stays tied here in the 2nd.
That's a kick right there, Kate, that defies explanation and analysis. But at the very least, if you're going to try a field goal on an early down, got to make it. That's embarrassing.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. This one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. 1st and 10, Prescott. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. It's a gain of 17 on that one. That's good for a Cowboys 1st down. First down, here's Dak. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
Again on 2nd and 10, Prescott. Connection made to Vaughn. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. Eagles loading up the secondary. Dime look coming, 3rd down. Another throw for Prescott. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. Well, I know some old school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a 1st down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. How valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
And they take him down right along the 30. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Dak now from the gun. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead. Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range. He's delivering.
And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Throwing here, Hurts. Diving right side, got it! Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down throwing for Hurts. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. Finds the in route complete. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. From the left hash, this will be from 50. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we have reached halftime in Super Bowl 59 from New Orleans. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Starts at the 3. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And in great shape after that return. He's across the 35 before going out. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They bring their tight end left. 1st and 10, here's Hurts. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets a good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
It's taken in by Land. And he's taken down at the 30. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And now they have a 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I don't know how you try another run here. They simply won't be moved defensively in the trenches. If you're scoring, it looks like it's going to be through the air.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. From the gun is Prescott. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys grab the lead on their first series of the half. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And look at this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They're coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And the Cowboys get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception.
Obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
This one intended for the running back. And now it's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Back-to-back carries here. And they had that one contained right at the line. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Picked out by Quinyon Mitchell. Well, no doubt there was some doom. Interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these 2 defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's trying to push the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now Barkley. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down by Deron Bland. You're working quickly here. Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Has a man. It's Brown. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. Back to throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. He gets loose down the right side. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's 2nd and 11. one finds Goddard. He'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Gainwell. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Hurts now on 3rd and goal. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Elliott on now to attempt a point after. And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the 2nd half. So now after his 2nd missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's on the move. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Throwing on first is Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. So we're... Second and 3 now. From the 43. That's Lamb running slant. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage. They're set up at the 35 now. 15 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. Option design here. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys grow the lead to 7. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space. He sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys grow their lead to 8. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They have a chance to tie this game back up, but they got to get this to the end zone first on a touchdown, and then again on a two-point try. On first down, Hurts. Big gain downfield. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They go to Barkley again. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. Burns running the offense at max speed here. Here's 2nd and 7. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles down by only 2 in the 4th. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
The Eagles will set up for the two-point conversion.
They're going to try and run for it. And he's almost there, but no, they stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that two-point conversion. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. Their lead cut down inside a field goal, so points imperative here to get some breathing room. First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Dak off the play fake. Throw complete to Lamb. A lot of grass ahead. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys push this to an 8-point game. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Now Hurts. Searching. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Need to be working quickly here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Hits his tight end on the corner route. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
So many cool fundamentals.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. That's their rookie from Notre Dame. And the Cowboys bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made. Well, he's had the kind of scoring day you love to see out of him. 3 touchdowns in the book so far, but now 3 interceptions thrown as well. Gotta do without those.
Yeah, you do. The aggressiveness has helped him find the end zone several times, but it's also led him to find defenders several times as well. You got to figure this out. It's a quarterback teeter-totter. How to dial the mistakes back while keeping that aggressive mindset as well.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they wrap him up after a short push to the 42. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They give it to him again. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Dak out of the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60+. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Deron Bland has it. And the Cowboys take possession down inside the 30 after the interception.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Another drive coming up for this offense. And as that defense comes off the field clean, making the stop, Brock, they've got to feel that they're just moments away from this victory.
Yeah, the odds would tell you that. Certainly a 2-possession lead this late ought to do it, but crazy things happen in this league every week. So don't go taking that jersey off until your offense hopefully runs out the clock.
Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to the well again. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ballgame. Here's a give up the middle. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit. The outcome's decided here, but we've got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
And that's it. Once again, the Dallas Cowboys are Super Bowl champions. Well, Brock, you and I talk about this often, multiple times throughout the regular season. List of greats who've never made it to this moment. It's enormous. Some of the best to ever do it across 100+ years of football. And those greats could not do what these players have just done.
No, because it was